What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the Opinionated Hippie. This is my top 10 Can songs. Yeah, I did the albums. Now I'm going to pick my top 10 songs. Really, really hard list to do. I've never made a compilation or a playlist of Can songs, just because I think so many of their albums just demand they be listened to in their entirety. So going through and trying to figure out what songs I actually like better than others, like I know what it is, but making a list is hard because some of these work so well in the album that you take them out of the album context, and that sort of contrast and relief that they bring is maybe not there as much. But yeah, I came up with 10. I'm gonna talk through them, then I'll put the list up on the screen when I'm done, and then yeah, you tell me your 10. How do we get to Can from Frank Zappa? Heavy influence on German rock bands. Apparently, number of members of to be influential German rock bands or to be members saw Frank live in Berlin in 68 or in Europe in 68 when the Mothers were there. And they walked away influenced by that. Yeah, that's about it. I'm wearing this Taylor Swift shirt that one of the kids in my kindergarten class got me. That says "'Tis the Damn Season," and then it's nothing but Christmas trees with the name of Taylor Swift albums. I was gifted this. I think it's an awesome shirt, and I wore it to the store like right after I got it, and it upset someone in the line in front of me, which I thought was interesting. It was March when I was wearing it, but still, I don't know, kind of a cool shirt. Yeah, I'm not a Taylor Swift hater, so yeah. Looking for a reason to get her on this channel because that's some good pop music right there. Anyways, yeah, 10 songs. Let's go through it if I haven't lost you already. A lot of long jams in here because I'm a jam band fan. Number 10 off their debut album, You Do Right. Yeah, just Mooney at his best, the jamming at his best. Let's just go for 20 minutes. Everybody gets to do their thing. The bass playing on it is absolutely ridiculous. Everything about it is absolutely ridiculous. But a nice long, their first really long, officially released jam. Just absolutely amazing. Number 9, Spray off Future Days. Probably in a weird way, the least like, it seems like it's the dark heart of the album. 4 songs. The opening song just sets the ambient tone. The one that follows, the third song, is maybe the most accessible, or at least the most like traditional. The last song is just long and indulgent and kind of uplifting and kind of has this really almost like kind of rising energy vibe. And this is sort of the weird, dark, kind of murky, kind of exploratory, kind of just like, I don't know, hint of just not as bright as the rest of the album. And that's what I really like about it, is I think it's a great compliment to the first song and the third song on this out on the side A. It provides something that the rest of it doesn't provide, but it still has that kind of loose, ambient, jammy feel that the rest of the album has. And I think it's just I think it's necessary for the cohesion of that album. 8, another straight up jam, Vernal Equinox, off Landed. This has this absolutely fantastic sort of like going forward, coming back, going forward, coming back vibe, where like I think it's the piano that just has this like like this back and forth swaying energy that kind of dominates the entire thing. Another really long jam. Anytime there's like we're here to 10 minutes or so, anywhere over that or near that, there's generally dynamics in the song. There's ebbs and flows, but there's usually one like cohesive bass theme or drum theme that just kind of goes through the whole thing. The Vernal Equinox has a are we on this side of the equinox or that side of the equinox? This side of the equinox? That it's a really neat kind of give and take type vibe that I really like. Number 7, 3 minutes of pop, funk, rock, whatever this is, perfection. Vitamin C. Hey you, you're losing. I knew a toddler once used to run around the house pointing to people saying, "You're losing your vitamin C." Absolutely love that. I love that song. Just great. 3 minutes of just perfection. Everything about it. So tight and taut and so good. Number 6, Paper House. The lead off Tego Mago, Tago Mago, Tajo Majo. I feel like this is the song that sets like the tension for the entire album. it kind of tries to release it in the middle, but then it just kind of always seems like it's verging on chaos, but we don't ever get any like actual release. We just get more of this like tense chaos. And then at the end, they kind of bring it back in and almost feels like they might like lift it up or bring you to something positive before it ends, but they don't. They drop you into mushroom head explosions, and that's crazy. But it's just the energy in this. It's like so much is going on, but it's so like so aggressive, but at the same time, it feels like it's like not, it's creating tension at the same time. I don't know. Really awesome opener, just an unsettling opener for what would be like a, you know, a double LP journey after that of just perfection. Number 5, Chain Reaction off Soon Over Babaluma. Really neat kind of electronic percussion energy going on that's kind of like bubbling low key, almost like a volcano, like the magma's just kind of popping up, but there's no real explosion yet. And then you don't really get a full-on explosion, but at 3:44, at the 3:44 mark, when this like beat just finally drops, this sort of beat that the bass player has been kind of teasing for like the first part of it, and like the band's just kind of, we're gonna do something, we're gonna do something, we're gonna do, oh, do, and then we're in it, we're just doing it. And from there on out, that beat kind of leaves for a while and things get crazy and then it comes back. But it, again, the dynamics, the ebb and flow, but it's the build up to that first 3 minutes and 44 seconds. And then that drop is just like, oh, you're just like, dun, 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 you're just there. Let's go. Let's ride. Like the first part, you're tuning up the engine, then you're just ready to go. Such a great, great song. 4, the chaotic, unsettling, nightmare-inducing, somewhat disturbing opening of Delay 1968, Butterfly. This butterfly was birthed out of like a nuclear waste site, and it was deformed, and it's got powers we don't even know about, and it's weird, and it's at times beautiful, but it's definitely kind of ugly. It's got 19 wings, and it's different colors, and it glows in the dark, and it's terrifying. It's, yeah, Mooney, fantastic. Early can, just a haunting, devastating song. Aggressive, great song. Makes that album a must hear. 3, Sing Swan Song. Always thought this was kind of like their Crazy Fingers, like just that. It's got like this almost turning energy, but you don't really go anywhere. You're just kind of turning your wheels in place, like a Dear Prudence type, or a Crazy Fingers from the Dead. But just that weird energy. And that first line, I always have to write it down because I never know what he says, but the way he says it, the first line of the song, when what's his name is singing it, Damo Suzuki, and he's like, shaking her shimmer like you buzz, shaking her shimmer like you buzz. I'm gonna sing songs, no idea. Shaking you shimmer like you buzz. Don't know what that means, but I love that lyric. I had to look it up because I couldn't figure out what he's doing, but shaking her shimmer like you buzz. If I ever got a tattoo, I would get that tattoo. Shaking her shimmer like you buzz. Number 2 is Mother Sky, straight up jam off their Soundtracks album. Just a jam, just a jam, just a jam, a guitar jam. I love these early jams. You Do Right, early jam, right? Butterfly, early jam, Mother Sky, these like 60s jams are just fantastic. And then number 1, what I think is their ultimate jam, from the opening, do-do-doon, I'm there, I'm in it, 20 minutes of perfection, just explore, just jam, everybody do their thing. We're going to keep moving forward the entire time. Sometimes it gets a little more intense, sometimes it gets a little lower, but we're never going to stop. Hallelujah off Tajo Majo Tego Mago. Tajo Majo. I don't know. I'm trying to think of different ways to pronounce that. Ogam Ogat, backwards. But yeah, just, it's great. 20 minutes, like the heart. It's sort of, you have that closing outside the first LP on side 2, and then you follow that with Om, which is sort of like the yin yang to them, and they balance each other out so perfectly. But I would give the nod to Hallelujah. But yeah. But that's what they look like. That's what my favorite right now in March of 2024, my top 10 can songs. There are songs that would have been on here 5 years ago, 10 years ago. If I were going to do everything they ever released, Waiting on a Streetcar would be on this list off that box set that they released, what, 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago at this point? Wow. a live performance from Mooney early on where he's just kind of going, waiting for a streetcar. I also knew a toddler used to run around and go, waiting for a streetcar. I thought that was awesome to have somebody, a 2-year-old, run around the house. His only words he knows are can lyrics. You know a couple other words, but you get my point. It was awesome. So anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite Can songs. There's some good stuff in their later albums. Almost all of this is their early stuff, but there's some good stuff. It just can't compare to this awesomeness. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment, do all those things. And go listen to Can, people. They're amazing. Peace. Talk to you later.